Ross, and it's time for my September wrap-up video, also my September book haul video, and my October TBR. I'm going to smash it all into one, because that's just how I roll. I had a bad reading month. I kind of got in a book slump thanks to a bad book, but then also weirdly in a book slump thanks to an amazing book. I read Darktown, which is here. I've given my copy to someone else to read because I think it's a really good book, so they're reading it right now. I'll leave the link below. It was an adult, not really a thriller, more of a mystery mixed in with a racial tension examination of those times, and I really enjoyed it. It had great sense of place, good feeling, characterization was really strong, and also a lot of unfortunate lessons that still are applicable about policing today and racial tensions, especially in America, but also that probably have transferable feelings back to Australian Indigenous societies and cultures. I then read and hated, look, hated probably not, but really disliked Happy People Read and Drink Coffee. If you want to see a scathing review, click below. It felt very cathartic to review something quite so strongly. I don't like to slam books, but I will call you out when it's bad, and this was bad. So yeah. So Happy People Read and Drink Coffee caused me a book slump in the negative. Nevernight is causing me a book slump in the positive, in that I'm loving it, but also fantasy for me is always such a struggle. It's such a challenge, and this is a heavy, dense fantasy book. And it's not fantasy in terms of like, it's not a weird fantasy, it's a strong modern fantasy, which I'm loving. And I literally saw Jay Kristoff at a book launch of the night and slapped him because I was like, I didn't slap him in the face, I like pat slapped him on the shoulder and said, this is fantastic and I'm loving it. It's here to read. I see it sitting on my bedside table and I think to myself, I will pick it up, and then I get sucked down the YouTube internet rabbit warren, and then hours go by and then I have to go to sleep because it's 4 in the morning and I forgot to read this. So while I'm loving this, I'm pushing through, not out of toughness, but just out of, I've just got to keep pushing myself. So this is where I'm at. I kind of stalled out. That's 3 books in a month, a really bad month for me. So everything else was on my TBR, just got booted, which is really bad. But of course, like any book nerd, of course, my TBR's pile is full. But what do? You go and you buy more books, because that's how I roll. So let's get to the whole part of the video. What have I hauled this month? Books that I've bought this month, I bought It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. I have listened to one Colleen Hoover. I had eye surgery a couple of years ago and needed to listen to something for a while. And I enjoyed it. It was a good new adult, but everyone raves about the Colleen Hoover. So I thought I really want to try to get into her. So I picked this up at BookTube, and I've yet to start reading it. I did hurt my back earlier in the middle of the month and had to be on the floor all weekend. And I half listened to the start of, which Colleen Hoover was it? Oh, that's going to annoy me. And it was good, but the narrators were annoying the crap out of me, so I stopped listening to it. Because also, some people I've seen say that her books are very similar, so I kind of want to read one without the narration voices in her head, because I've only ever heard her now and not read hers. I also went to a used book sale, which is always dangerous. Picked up Cecilia Ahern's The Year I Met You. This is about a girl who loses her job and her whole life changes, and she sort of goes home to her family and sort of re-meets people in her life again, which I found had a lot of different applications to my own life in terms of that kind of lifestyle and a massive change. I recently had a similar style change. So about a new life and starting a new life after you thought you were in a certain position for a long time. So this is that. So I picked this up for $4 at the used book sale. No, not $4. I picked it up for $1. I then picked up Noah Hawley's Before the Fall. This is about I put this at Dybbuk's. This is about a plane crash with a very rich family and a journo on board, and the secrets that are on board and go down with the plane. This is by the creator of Fargo, the TV show. And I like a good thrillery kind of secrets drama. A lot of it apparently has to do with the media coverage afterwards and how people are examined and treated in the media. And I'm, as a media obsessive, find that really interesting. So I'm looking forward to this one. I don't know when I'll get to it, but I'm looking forward to it. Okay, books that I have gotten for review. Thank you all the publishers who sent me review copies. I love it. I will get to them. I'm trying to order them, my reading, in when they're coming out so that I can actually time it nicely. I asked for All Is Not Forgotten from Harlequin. This is a rave sort of buzz book that's come out of the US. It's a bit like, you know, the Gone Girl kind of thing. A girl is raped and then is given a drug that helps her forget, but does she really forget? And all the secrets that go on there. So I've got to read this really soon because it's a selection for a book club that I'm in, and I help pick choices for, and my co-host is a big fan of this. So this is actually going to be on my TBR as well. Harlequin also sent me a 3-pack of amazing books coming out. The first was The Assassin's Heart by Sarah Ahiers. This is a fantasy YA kind of thing. It probably is not going to be on my top of my TBR, but if the reviews start flying in that are amazing, I'll give it a go. I was also sent The Star Touch Queen. This is coming out in December. Again, another epic YA fantasy. It's coming in December, so it gives me time maybe in November to read it. Again, if the reviews start telling me this is the best thing ever, then I will absolutely put this up further up the TBR. But at the moment, it's sitting in the middle levels. And the third one, which I was most excited about, was Something in Between by Melissa de la Cruz. I saw her speak about this book at BEA. She talked about the fact that a lot of her friends were writing epic, life-threatening, dystopian fantasy books with couples that were facing amazingly high drama and that people were so invested in that. And she wanted to create a contemporary where that was a similar vibe in terms of the things that they were facing felt and were and are important, stakes high issues that made you want to turn the page and feel the drama and tension the same way. And so this is about a young Filipino girl whose family are, or she doesn't know, she's just finishing high school, she's got great marks, she's going to college, and then she finds out that her parents were undocumented immigrants. And so she may be kicked out of the country. She's also, I think, dating a boy whose father is a senator who's very against undocumented people getting free passes through and wants to kick them out and is very anti, issues of immigration and whatnot. So I'm really excited to read this, and I love the Australian, I think it's UK as well, the Australian at least, jacket. I think this is beautiful. I love that Australia is included in it, as well as the America over there, and obviously the Filipino Malaysia up there somewhere. But just the beautiful colouring too, the watercolour look is amazing. So yay for the jacket. I can't remember what the jacket looks like in the US. I think it's pretty too, but I think they're both pretty. So yay for pretty covers, because I'm shallow. Penguin Teen sent me Our Chemical Hearts, which I, full disclosure, read as a manuscript back when we were pitching back when I worked for Penguin Teen and we were pitching for this book. I'm really excited to see how the book has changed, if it has changed at all. I saw Crystal very briefly at her Melbourne launch. I had to leave because I had to go to something else, so I kind of went, run in and was like, hi, bye. HarperCollins sent me 2 amazing books, Girl in Pieces, which I'm really excited to read, also because that cover is just so touchable and so beautiful. It's actually indented. The cover itself has actually got, you can touch the sew marks, which is amazing. It's a story, the blurb on the back is actually quite great in that it's nondescript at all. It just talks about there are all kinds of girls out there. Some girls seem to have it all together. Some girls seem to be excelling in whatever they want to do, their passion and their hobbies. And some girls are just hanging on, and this is this girl. So I'm interested to see exactly what this is about. I thankfully haven't heard too much about it. I've seen the cover and people buying it everywhere, so I don't like to be too spoiled before I go into books, so I'm kind of keen to see what this is like. HarperCollins also sent me Heartless, Marissa Meyer. Yay! I love Marissa Meyer and the Lunar Chronicles series, and if you haven't read the Lunar Chronicles series, what are you doing with your life? It is amazing. It's just a fun action adventure space opera series, and I think that's why I like Marissa Meyer, and that there's so many of the dystopian fantasy YAs where everything is so dark and dreary and I know that's good, but all of it is, and she's just got a sense of levity and fun to her action that I think remind me a little bit of Rick Riordan, or Riordan, however you want to say it. It's the story of how the villain becomes the villain, which I'm excited to read. I heard one mixed review already, but I'm not sure. But I will say HarperCollins are going to match the US pub date. Walker Books sent me 2 great books, Here I Stand, which is a collection of short stories and essays and poems from people who've been involved in the international scene on many issues, including human rights and refugees and domestic violence and international violence and war. It's co-produced with Amnesty International, and I think all royalties from the sale go to Amnesty International. So it's a gorgeous book itself. It's a hardback, which is amazing. I love a hardback, but it also has these gorgeous end papers here, which have beautiful kind of words and art and look amazing. Walker also sent me My Lady Jane, which is the sort of comical, fictionalised story of Lady Jane who was married to, who was the Queen of England. I will say the US jacket looks way better. This kind of looks too jokey. Yes, the book has got humour and comedy of elements in it, and I'm excited to read that, but this looks like a gimmick, the whole thing. I'm not a fan of it, so I will definitely read it. And that may change my opinion a lot, but this looks too young. It makes it look like a 12-year-old study guide thing. So here's the Australian jacket. Here's the US jacket. Tell me what you think below. Which one do you like? So that was sort of my September book haul and wrap up. Clearly, I didn't do a lot of reading, but I got a lot of books, which is basically every book nerd's problem ever. So my October TBR, my Tuber TBR. Now I'm kind of trying to resist. I've only got 4 here because I'm trying to resist over setting my goals because I feel bad at the end of the month. And I also know there's a lot of October releases that I don't have yet that I'm probably gonna drop in if I read fast, which who knows? I don't know. Nevernight is on it because I'm gonna finish Nevernight. I'm gonna finish you. I'll Meet You There, which was on my September and I didn't get through it, but I really, really want to read this and I feel like it looks like it's a shortish, easy, good read that I can just power through. All Is Not Forgotten, I'm going to read that really quickly because I need to get that ready for book club. So that's on the list and it looks short as well. Big words, good times. And I'm going to put something in between because I feel like I need a good high-stakes contemporary romance to just keep me excited. So that's my October TBR. There is Magnus Chase Thor coming, which I'm excited about. There's a few others that I can't remember coming out in October, but they'll definitely probably get smooshed onto the list, depending on how my life goes. What have you guys read? Have you read any of the books that I'm going to read or have read? What are you reading this October? What's on the list? What did you not read? What did you read in September yourself? That was amazing. Is there anything that I've missed that I should be like shushing up the TBR? Tell me, I'm really excited to know. And hopefully I'll have some more book reviews coming at you soon because I've kind of been a bad book blogger, a bad booktuber. I've been distracted and not reading as fast as I should, but I don't want to feel the pressure. I don't like the pressure. So that was my September TBR, that was my September wrap, my September haul and my October TBR all in one. Let me know in the comments below, have you read what I've read? Are you going to read any of these books? What have you said? What October books are you desperate to read? Have I missed anything major that's coming out that I should be like, oh my God, you idiot, you've forgotten about this massive release that everyone's going to be talking about? Hit me in the comments. Otherwise, I'll be back soon with hopefully more reviews and more Bachelor and Bachelorette recaps. If you're here for that, they'll be coming too. Speak to you soon.